Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another VeVe and Ecomi video. And this one, we're actually going to be going over something very massive. This is going to be a pretty bullish video. I know a lot of people ain't used to seeing this from me these days. So, you know, take it in, take it in, you know, enjoy it. But no, seriously, I think that a lot of people just like to spin the narrative against me. Like, it's the bear market. A lot of people are scared, footing and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's easy to try to ignore the point that somebody makes and try to focus in on one thing that you can try to use to spin a negative narrative. But the fact of the matter is, even though I criticize certain things, I criticize things because I'm a fan of the bigger vision. I invested in this project for the bigger vision. I invested because of the potential to really see a $10 OMI. I know a lot of people can't even wrap their heads around that, but that is the potential that this project had. Now, I don't know if that's still the goal, and that is what I criticize. Now, just because it doesn't have the potential, it may not have the potential to hit $10 anymore, does not mean that it's not going to go up. And I think that that's where people don't understand where I come from when I'm making my content. I come from the place where I'm upset if VeVe isn't on a path to reaching its full potential. But when it comes down to making money in this project, VeVe doesn't even have to reach its full potential, and there's money to be made. And that is why it's still a great investment. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about my views. I know all the narratives, all the stuff that don't make no sense. People say it's ironic. People say, oh, he sells everything at the bottom, yet it's never the bottom when I sell. Like, if it goes down more, did I actually sell a bottom? Like, no. Like, even with the OMI token, I sold my OMI token, you know, a while back whenever I made that video. I sold my OMI token. It went down more, and then I bought more. It's like people will spin whatever narrative they want to spin. They're like, oh, he left the project, he's against the project, all type of crazy stuff that makes no sense. And I just keep stacking, accumulating, and making money. It's like that's how you got to do. You let people. I'm learning to let people talk, and I just keep stacking money. It's just that simple. But this is what I'm going to tell you all about why I have convictions in the OMI token still. Obviously, in my last video where I talked a little bit about the OMI token, there's obviously whales and certain people in the community who it's in their best interest for the OMI token to take off. These are powerful people. They can spin narratives. Like, for instance, there's narratives and influencers who come after me. Anytime I say anything, these guys will come after me. They'll try to make memes. They'll try to do all these things and try to discredit me and make me look bad and stuff like that. You have people who are, whether they're being paid under the table from some source or whatever, you have people who can come together and influence things, which means that these people with power in this community, at some point in time, they will be able to influence people to move this token. But the thing about this is you see all these meme coins and stuff blow up, like Pepe, Dogecoin. You see all this stuff happen, Shiba Inu, and you have to think, you have the biggest IP in human history tied to this project. So the same logic of what can blow up, given the right, you know, the right catalyst, like actually being able to access this token. Like, you can't even get your hands on the OMI token. And that's actually one of the reasons that it's super valuable. Like, you can't even buy this easily. Like, a lot of the people who would FOMO in and jump into this, they can't. Like, if you see this project, you fall in love with this project and you want to FOMO in, like, we're in the middle of a bear market. Like, most people buy when something is rising, something's going up. You can't just FOMO into this. Like, it's hard to get your hands on the OMI token. What about when it's easy? What if we get put on Coinbase? What if we get put on Binance? Like, what if it becomes easy to actually get the OMI token? You're gonna have people who just start jumping in simply because they see this project, they see it advertised, they see somebody talk about it, and they're like, yo, let me grab that. Right now, you had somebody like Callum Upton. Like, I know a lot of people are criticizing him, but he just made a video. At times like that, where someone like him makes a video, somebody could look into the project, fall in love, and want to buy the OMI token. That's not really an option. You would have to be highly motivated to do that right now. And in the middle of a bear market, it's probably not nobody that motivated to buy the OMI token. I mean, that's just how it works. People don't like to really buy low. People like to buy high, and that's just, I don't know. People do backwards investing. So this is the time where you should be buying, and people don't work like that. So yeah, like basically, once they get us on exchanges and stuff like that, when you have these guys like Callum pop up in the community and people start checking into it and they want to FOMO in, you'll have people able to do that because they'll just be able to pop up Coinbase, go, boom, buy it, or hop up on Binance, boom, buy it. It's like you'll be able to just pop up somewhere and buy the token. And I think that just the power of exchanges, people underestimate, you may underestimate the power of exchanges. So I think that we're definitely going to see some value once we get put on some exchanges. There's concerns about if the project is going to get put on exchanges. I know that I actually do want to cover a video where Reese spoke a little bit about it. I want to cover that. And yeah, we'll go over some of my opinions on what he said, but I don't believe that the question that he was proposed was, can lawsuits impact getting listed on exchanges? And he answered stuff like that. So there are some reasons where maybe you should be concerned if OMI can get put on exchanges. Is that why we're not on exchanges? There's a lot of narratives and a lot of concerns around the community from people. But at the end of the day, we don't really know what's preventing it. They don't really have much transparency around this topic. So yeah, that being said, there is still the hopes that we can be put on some exchanges and we can see these pumps. I think that the tokens definitely has potential, especially if everything is on the up and up and we do get listed. And I would rather, me personally, I would rather believe that we can get listed on exchanges if they're on the up and up to secure this type of IP and secure these partnerships with these big brands. I would assume that they're on the up and up enough to, actually have a token that's in compliance with everything that it needs to be in compliance with. So yeah, VeVe's IP is definitely a huge thing. VeVe's IP is going to bring a lot of attention. And when Marvel tweets us out, when all these other big brands tweet us out, people can't FOMO into the token. People can't learn about the OMI token and FOMO in. So once we're on these exchanges, then that creates an opportunity for people to start FOMOing into the token as they learn about the project. Right now, it's too hard and nobody is that motivated enough to go and dig and figure out how to get the OMI token during the middle of a bear market. That's not how it works. But there's two sides to this project, right? There's the speculative side, which is more so the masses. So that's why I invested. I invested more so on the speculative side that was promised, to be fair. They promised to create this Ready Player One. They promised hundreds of millions of users. That's speculative. Like, if they're going to be able to draw in the masses, the gamers, basically everyone in the world, if they have the potential to draw in a ton of people around the world, that's what I really invested in. That's what creates a $10 OMI. Now, there's also the other side, which is more so guaranteed. Like, this is a guaranteed side, and this is where the guaranteed money is with the project. Well, not financial advice, but as guaranteed as you could possibly get with a project like this. Is the collector side, which is more so based in facts. You can't really argue, is this stuff first appearances? And you can, like, we don't know what people are going to value as first appearances. Is it going to be the first appearance on the blockchain? Is it going to be on the blockchain period? Is it going to be the first appearance on a certain blockchain? Is it going to be the first appearance per platform? Because that's what I believe is going to be important. I believe that it's going to be platform based, where it's like, this platform is VeVe. It has a name, it has a reputation. I believe in VeVe, so what's on VeVe matters. Is it going to be like, so is Quid going to have its own first appearances? Is VeVe going to have its own first appearances? Is Todd McFarlane going to have their own first appearances? I don't believe that people are going to always care about the blockchain and that. I think that it's going to be per platform. I think that things are going to go more platform based and around similar assets that actually matter, because these same IP is going to be everywhere. Now you can say the first appearance, but even if we go by first appearance on the blockchain, VeVe wins in that, regardless of what we judge this stuff by, the majority of the IP stuff is on VeVe, the first appearances of this stuff. So if you are a collector, if you truly love collecting and you truly want what's valuable, you're going to have to come to VeVe. So if they actually have the OMI token involved in their collectibles in some way, shape, or form, that's going to obviously drive value to the OMI token. And they, obviously with this, the latest article update they got coming, I don't know if they dropped it yet, but they're going to be explaining the program. They're going to be explaining they're going to be explaining how these programs are going to connect and what type of value we could be looking at, if they haven't done that already. I haven't looked into it, but yeah, so basically that's going to bring value to the OMI token. Also, what you have to understand is that these metaverse tokens are going to have their day. And because of the IP, all they have to have is a little bit of hype. Like the VeVeverse can do a lot more than a lot of places, than a lot of other metaverses can, because VeVe has all this IP. Now, while you can't have, you may not have interoperability to take stuff off platform and store it in wallets and all this stuff that a lot of Web3 purists want, if you can take stuff from VeVe to the VeVeverse, from the VeVeverse to Disney's metaverse, from Disney's metaverse to DC's metaverse, if you can have interoperability amongst approved partners or something like that, where you can go and play games with this stuff, go and do things with this, and maybe there's even a fee for interoperability or something where you have to burn some OMI or something in order to be interoperable certain places, like stuff like that. Like there's a lot of opportunity where you know, we can make some money, like and get some value going towards the OMI token. So there's still a lot that can be done with the OMI token. When I make my videos and I talk about my disappointments and stuff like that and how I'm not really feeling the state of things right now, it's really more so based around the vision that was just, you know, that made VeVe the winner, the king, untouchable. If they were able to pull off Ready Player One, if they were able to get hundreds of millions of views, like right now at this point in time, it's no guarantee that they can actually do any of that stuff. And they don't speak on it. They don't show us that they're confident they can do it. They don't show us that they're watching a broader space, looking at what's going on, and that they're creating plans to compete against these other companies and these other competitors that's popping up. They don't show us anything that would make me confident that they're gonna have hundreds of millions of users and that they have a strategy to take on some of these new competitors popping up. But even without that, for collectors, for purely collectors, and there's a lot of money in collecting, for purely collectors, VeVe is still the #1 place to be, which means that there is still that collector money to come in. And that collector money ain't nothing to, you know, ain't nothing to sneeze at. That collector money is big money too. The thing is, this platform, while for collectors, it was advertised as something that was going to be for everyone. It can go towards the masses. And that's just takes it to a whole new level. Because if the collectors were the minority, easily $10 OMI. But if the collectors are the majority, you know, that's a whole different story. Like, we were sold that this, what we see right now on VeVe, was the gift shop. That's what we were sold. This is the gift shop. So if it turns out that this gift shop is the whole thing, it kind of changes where things could go. It actually makes stuff more realistic as to what other people were predicting. It's not gonna, you know, like a penny and pennies and 10 cents and stuff like that. Maybe $1, like maybe something like that. But I don't even know. I don't even know if that if what we thought was if what we thought was the gift shop, it turns out to be the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. That would be, it was still money to be made, but it's like a long way away from what they promised. And so yeah, that being said, I just wanted to clarify some of my thoughts on how great of an investment this still is. Like I said, it's still potential in this project, I believe. There are concerns. There's concerns around things like regulation. There's concerns around if the OMI token can get listed at all. Like, there's a lot of concerns, and there's a lot, and this stuff is stuff that they're not speaking on. But if you're investing properly with proper risk management, it doesn't actually matter. Like, a lot of this stuff doesn't actually matter if you're investing with proper risk management. Because at the end of the day, you should only be investing what you're able to lose. So money that you would gamble away, throw away on food, just throw away money anyway. So let's say worst case scenario, they get rid of the OMI token altogether or something like that, because it's against regulation, or they decide not to use it for the platform. Like, a hit like that should not be life-changing for you. It should not matter whatsoever. So it would be smarter to keep your money in just in case, hoping for the best, more so than to, you know, take money out or you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get what I'm saying. Like, me personally, when I sell and I know how to buy back, I know how to do what I'm doing. Like, what I do works for me. Like, it just depends on where you're at and how you're moving. You got to do what works for you. That's what it comes down to. People will try to judge you for every move that you make, but you really got to do what you're good at doing. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't just sell, know that it's gonna go down, and, you know, start to buy back. Like, you know what I'm saying? it's a special type of man to do certain things out here. But yeah, now that's pretty much it, y'all. Let me stop messing around. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section down below. This is my honest opinion on it. I'm looking at it from a perspective of there's two sides. The side that I'm most disappointed in is the more speculative side that was promised. But there is a factual guaranteed side that it's not going anywhere. VeVe has most of the first appearances, and if they 100% confirmed that the OMI token will be linked to these in some way, shape, or form, we're going to see these go up in value. You can't dispute that. There's no debate in that. The OMI token will go up in value because of that link. So yeah, that being said, it's just a matter of time. How much time? Who knows? Like, who knows? But yeah, I guess we're going to see. But yeah. Let me know what you all think. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out, fam.